Now we're recording. We just recorded about 10 minutes and we didn't click start recording. Hi, how are you? Chris Valenti, Valenti Vod, here with my brother Matt. Matt, say hi.
Hello.
We've been going over how Democratic leadership has absolutely failed to do anything to stop the incoming fascist regime. Guys, the Democrats have no unity. The Democrats have no organization. They have no leadership. They're starting to fucking... I mean, pull this up, Matt.
Yeah.
There was a poll.
This is hilarious. This is called the Suffolk poll.
Suffolk poll. Who is the Democratic Party leader? All voters. Another thing is, guys, polls fucking suck because I've never been polled.
Sure.
But we've got don't know with 30% and nobody with 19. Those are our two top contenders. I think that's absolutely fucking fantastic.
I think it's absolutely accurate as it stands right now.
It is accurate. Who's supposed to be our leader?
Hold on.
Go through these names.
Wait,
Kamala Harris?
Hold on. When was this taken? 1/11.
Okay.
So they had 49% above Kamala Harris, who, by the way, shouldn't run again, number one.
If they run again, if she runs again.
No, you know she thinks she's going to, right?
That stupid fucking
That's
bitch.
all of that. All of the exclusive reports say that she is gearing up for a 2028 run. Number one. But number two, look how far down Joe Biden is. This is when he was the sitting president. Look how embarrassing that is. In the fact
Bernie
that
Sanders isn't even on that fucking list because the Democrats don't know how to unite behind somebody who actually has populist ideals. They refuse to do anything that the people fucking want. Instead, they're just going to run with people like Kamala Harris. Fucking
and look,
insane.
okay, you
or
want
Gavin Newsom.
What do you want? Hold on. You want Obama on there? Obama's termed out. What's he going to do?
No,
so
Obama
he's going to
can't
be
do anything.
is
so
he going to be the surrogate president?
Kamala Harris has failed in front of everybody.
Hakeem Jeffries. Do you know what position Hakeem Jeffries has?
No.
The fact that you don't know this,
I know,
and you are
that's my point.
doing what you do.
I was about to say
he is the minority leader of the House of Representatives.
Okay, what I was about to say is a lot of people watching this, I guarantee you, don't even know who Hakeem Jeffries is. So
Hakeem
that's
Jeffries
already a
is
bad
this
sign,
man, right?
I know, but that's already a bad sign.
Loser, lost.
Loser.
And honestly, here's the other thing. Honestly, not her fault. I'll tell you why not her fault. Not her fault because Joe Biden...
I disagree, but go on.
Hold on. Not her fault because if we had a rigorous Democratic primary...
Sure.
And then she came out on top...
Then it would have been different.
It would have been different.
That.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you this.
Who prevented that?
Joe Biden played a role.
Fucking Biden.
But it's not her fault. It is absolutely partially her fault because then when she was the candidate, her campaign was fucking pitiful.
The question is,
it was pitiful.
Sure, but if you believe that it was dead on arrival because of that,
I don't.
See, I think it was dead on arrival because Joe Biden he lied about his promise to step down. You can find
Sure, but I don't think anything is dead on arrival when it comes to the American populace. I think you can get 70% of Americans to agree on fucking anything. You get 70% of Americans to agree the sun's not fucking real if you have enough time.
You're not hearing me. All the shit that they threw. The litmus testing of I got a great idea. You go and campaign with Liz Cheney.
Oh my God.
Okay. I got a great idea. You gotta say I've got a Glock.
Kamala, why don't you go on the Call Her Daddy podcast? That'll really get young men to vote for you.
All of that would have been filtered out, hashed out, ready to go. Dean Phillips would.
Kamala Harris, if you run again, we're all gonna die. All right, go on.
The point is right now, as it stands, we do not have a leader.
I know.
Okay. Now.
Oh, and
if I had to pick between...
while you pull up the next thing, I want to talk about this.
Hold on.
All right, fuck you. Go ahead. Fuck you. I'm trying to make a point.
No, I don't really care. You love hearing yourself talk the most.
You have no idea.
The point is, if you had to pick any of these two, if it had to be somebody on this list, pick two. I know who I'd pick, but tell me who you'd pick.
Do they have to be on the list?
Yes.
So, okay.
Of these two. No, of these, pick two.
Okay, well, can we agree Obama can't be on the list because he can't run again?
Done. How about Biden?
Fuck no.
That's two out.
Fuck
How about
Schumer.
Pelosi?
No, fuck Schumer and Pelosi.
Okay.
Fuck Kamala. The only people on here that are even...
You're down to three.
No, I'm down to two.
Hakeem Jeffries,
oh, yeah.
Newsom, and AOC.
Those are the only people...
Who do you knock?
Newsom.
Okay, I would have said Hakeem.
So, no, I'm down. But the only two people on there who even stand a chance are Hakeem and AOC. And the thing is, they will never beat Donald Trump. And when Donald Trump...
They don't have to.
Yes, they will. He's going to run for a third... No, I mean this. Yes, they will. They will not be running against J.D. Vance. They will be running against Donald Trump. And chat, if you don't think that, like him, you're so fucked already.
Oh, wait,
you're so fucked.
Wait, here's a question. Can a former president be a vice president and he could do the Putin?
Yes, he's going to do the Putin. No.
He's gonna do the
I
Putin?
think that if he can't, no, this is what I've said. This is what I've said before. People don't know this. If he can't get away with getting rid of the 22nd Amendment and running for a third term, what he will do is run as J.D. Vance's vice president, and J.D. will win, and then on day one, J.D. Vance will resign.
You know what they should do?
And that is called pulling a pootie. That is called pulling a pootie.
But on top of that, I know the focus is kind of off because of the lighting. But you know what Donald's middle name is? John. He could be DJ Trump instead of JD Vance. Okay.
And frankly, you know that hits.
Deported. Okay. But
China.
if it were me, as the lefty I am, and she's got her issues, and she's had her foot in the mouth, AOC. Now, actually, my true way is Jon Stewart, which leads us into the next segment.
Before you click this, I want to say one thing about AOC that I do think. I think that part of the reason why the Republican Party, the conservatives, the right wing shits on her so much is that they see her as a threat. Reason being, she actually is the embodiment of everything that the right wing identifies with, like the working class. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. She was
a bartender.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. She was a bartender up until the fucking year that she got her first.
But she was also involved in like the local.
Yes,
local
but
politics.
I'm saying she wasn't fucking born into a mansion. She was a bartender living in expensive ass. What was it? Harlem?
No, she was in the Bronx.
The Bronx? Whatever. Doesn't matter. But she's the epitome of pull yourselves up by your bootstraps and end up with like a high-ranking government position. And that, I think, is why the Republicans go so hard against her specifically. There's a lot of Democrat leadership, but they go after her. She's also, her name is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's a brown woman. Like, she is the most... I would say powerful person in the Democratic leadership right now.
And you know who recognizes that very, very well?
The Republicans. That's why they fucking shit on her all the time.
Wrong.
Who?
The Democratic establishment, and that's why
they don't give her the. That's why they don't give her power.
She literally got screwed out for a 78-year-old whose turn it was with fucking throat cancer, whatever the shit.
Which goes back to our point, which is that the Democratic Party is afraid of change.
That's why the number one mission is you squash the establishment and you get new powerful blood who actually knows how to fucking live stream.
New powerful blood.
Look. This is what the Democrats
new powerful blood.
Oh, you know
Who's
what the
that
Democrats
bitch?
were doing? You know what the Democrats were doing when Donald Trump was cutting all these motherfucking budgets? This was what you know what today it is? Today's 2/2. This was updated on 1/27. All they focused on was condemning his pardoning of the January 6th.
They had a meeting to condemn that. Dude, just fucking tweet it. Just tweet it like Trump does. Just tweet it out. We condemn this. Okay. All Democrats.
Let's see. What else are they doing? They are cucking themselves to DOGE.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I saw this.
Look,
guys, let me explain this to you. Guys.
What did you do?
What did you do?
No, you
I moved the mouse because you didn't have permission.
Go ahead.
No, I want the big camera. That's all I wanted. Guys, let me explain something to you. DOGE is not a government institution. It is a private institution. The idea came from Elon Musk. Like, I understand the more we say it, the more used to it we're going to get. But please don't forget that DOGE is supposed to be about Dogecoin. The fucking meme coin with the Shiba, okay?
Yeah, but that's because crypto is a big money
They're
laundering
crypto fascists!
Okay. But I understand you believe being loud means you're right, but in reality, what you say matters the most. So
you want to know? Let's look up what is crypto fascism. Type it in right now.
I'm not, dude.
What, dude? What? What? You look frustrated.
No, what I'm trying to articulate is, who gives a shit? We all like.
Here we go. Crypto-fascism is the secret support for or admiration of fascism or trends close to the ideology. The term is used to imply that an individual or group keeps the support or admiration hidden to avoid political persecution or political suicide. A person, organization, or idea possessing this tendency would be described by the adjective crypto.
Yes, and that's the whole inception of cryptocurrency. It's a hidden currency. I understand that. Big screen. Well, my point was this is a subcommittee that really just reports to the president. They have no actual they have no legislative or judicial power. All they do is they gather intelligence at the order and approval of the president. So everything they do, Donald Trump has to essentially sign off in order for them to get power. Elon's not elected yet. He's going to be in the White House. Okay.
Well, then how did Elon just today get access to the Treasury Department? And
because Donald Trump signed it. Therefore, it's really Donald Trump's, and these are by
I don't know if you saw this, Matt.
Appointed officials.
They were caught putting flash drives and hard drives into the government computers that hold the $5 trillion of the federal funds. Yep.
Elon Musk aides
caught or hard drive, flash drive in Treasury. This was reported on today.
Exclusive. Okay, ready? This
updated
is from
3
Reuters.
hours ago.
Musk aides lock workers out of OPM computer systems. Aides to Musk charged with running the U.S. government human sources have locked career civil service out of computer systems that contain the personal data. They didn't need flash drives to do this.
No,
Chris.
according to an inside source, they were literally caught using flash drives. You got one fucking article. Don't fucking don't act like you proved me wrong when you barely read one fucking paragraph.
We have no visibility into what they're doing with the computer systems. One of the that's creating concern. There's no oversight. It creates cybersecurity. We're not
keep reading.
You the ads. Officials affected by the move can still log in and access functions such as email, but can no longer see the massive data sets that cover every facet of the workforce. Okay, I don't disagree with you that it happened, but the main point was
Musk influence. A team including current and former employees of Musk assumed command of OPM on January 20th, the day Trump took office. They have moved sofa beds onto the 5th floor of the agency's headquarters, which contains the director's office and can only be accessed with a security badge or security escort, one of the OPM employees said. I don't give a fuck about the sofas. Feels like a hostile takeover, the employee said. There was something else.
No one knew what the memos were. We're finding out about these memos at the same time as the rest of the world. So they're essentially just they're organizing things, clicking send, and they'll go, oh, okay, we've announced it. But no, I understand that. The point is, what the main point was really the fact that there are Democrats signing up. Melanie Stansberry. She'll be joined by D.C. Dell, Enneler, Holmes, Norton, and Rep. Stephen Lynch of Massachusetts, Robert Garcia of California, Texas.
Joining DOGE. We've got Democrats signing up, lining up on their hands and knees to God King Elon Musk, begging him for a job within fucking DOGE.
Yeah, and I think it's completely unacceptable. To just capitulate.
This is how he wins. This is how DOGE becomes a fucking thing that our grandkids know of.
It's unacceptable at the fact that there are people doing this. And then we have actual fighters out there, AOC, protesting Donald Trump not going to the inauguration, all the shit. Which, by the way, why should they go to the inauguration? Did Donald Trump go to Biden's? Oh, he didn't? Oh, he tried to overturn it? Why the fuck should we? You can acknowledge. Look, Donald Trump won the 2024 presidency. That's not really hard to say. There's people who Pete Hegseth couldn't even fucking say that on the goddamn stand. And meanwhile, I can just say it. I can fully acknowledge
it. And meanwhile, RFK, during his confirmation hearing yesterday, he's asked straight up, by a black woman, by the way, asked straight up, goes, you are on the record saying that vaccines affect people differently depending on the color of their skin. Could you please elaborate on that? Yeah. And it's a long-winded response, but he starts off by literally saying, thank you, Senator. Yes, I do believe that blacks are disproportionately affected by vaccines.
Dude, and
he's such a piece of shit, slimy motherfucker. I
have such a complicated perception of him because he did really good things for cleaning up the Hudson River.
And fucking Hitler banned hitting dogs.
I know. You're not hearing me. He also was one of the first ones to run as a primary to Joe Biden. That's why at the moment, at that time, I did like a lot of what he was saying. But what I learned about him was he will pivot and change just to get power. He completely... Yeah. See, this is the thing. He turned his back on the anti-vax movement that he started so much. And if you believe it, say it with your chest. But now he's like,
now he's like, no, I've always believed in vaccines. It's like, motherfucker, your entire reason why you're goddamn famous right now is because you were on Joe Rogan saying that you don't think vaccines are safe. Right. That's the whole reason.
And listen, there are things that he and Bernie Sanders say that align in terms of anti-big pharma, anti-big healthcare, anti-big insurance.
Yeah.
And you even saw that in the hearing that I know you covered in your other video. Go check it out if you didn't get the chance to see it. But where Bernie Sanders is like, we may agree on a bunch of things about this. Now, can you unequivocally say that healthcare is a human right? And he couldn't
pretty
do
good
it,
Bernie
which
impression
means
right there.
which means that he
Oh,
has
let me
no
ask you, Matt.
principles.
Do you believe healthcare is a human right?
Yep.
That easy, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
It's that easy.
So-
And here's the thing. Dig deep. Why wouldn't he say that? The only reason why is because he's afraid that the people there who want to confirm him want him to say yes, right? Right? They
Well,
want
Democrats want to,
of course, but
they can't vote for him.
So,
The
but if
people
he
that
said
answers
yes,
to,
who would be mad?
all the Republicans.
Exactly.
Which
The
is-
puppet masters, and it's like, brother, you're supposed to be the head of this department.
Which is why he flipped on abortion. He was always pro-choice. Okay?
Yeah, and now suddenly he doesn't. Oh my God, these motherfuckers are spineless.
Okay, but again, why were we coming here to talk? Not about fucking Trump and RFK and the
But
appointees.
it's impossible because they're fucking so much worse.
No.
Meanwhile, the Democrats do nothing. Nothing.
So let's say when you go back to that list, AOC, Hakeem Jeffries, Gavin Newsom, right? Now I think everybody should listen to these podcasts. It's the weekly show with Jon Stewart. He had on AOC. AOC, there's a clip here, you haven't seen this, where she's talking about her mission in redefining the Democratic Party.
How long is
the passion that you have for these issues? And let's think about, because right now the Democrats are almost fully defined by their positions on Trump, as opposed to, people are thirsty for a leadership. And the Democrats, I think, have had a really difficult time responding to that thirst, responding to that action. So what is the process then of redefining what this party is, what it represents moving forward? And are there leaders there? It is sclerotic.
Now, before she even answers, guys, what she should say is to be adopting more progressive values rather than tacking to the right, okay? And I'm sure she will, because AOC actually is a populist.
I mean, it is a party in
I love the definition.
real confusion. And I don't know, I can't put my finger on. It reminds me of the Republicans in 2012, where there was just, when Trump came into that first 2016 primary.
The answer to this question is that the people want Bernie Sanders-style socialist policies. That is what the people have wanted.
I mean, even James Carville said, "Oh, looks like Bernie was right and everything."
Yes,
he
dude,
had a hand in pushing them out.
Even right-wing,
and 2020.
even right-wingers, especially conservatives, like in red states, like
Remember,
blue-collar
I mean,
workers.
he just,
sorry.
Especially blue-collar workers,
just
even they.
flicking it.
I got it. Even they advocate for socialist policies as long as it doesn't have the name socialist on it. And the best example would be is that, like, who consumes disability checks and welfare checks the most? It's red states.
Or just look at the argument of, hey, don't send any more money to Ukraine. Why?
Because I want it.
Because I want it.
So you want government to send you money?
Which is, by the way, ending the war in Ukraine and funneling the money back here
to create what
is the correct policy to create infrastructure and all those other things.
Yeah.
But this is where the Republican electorate will stop talking. What they are voting for is stop funding Ukraine. We need to build bombs to put in warehouses here.
Yes, and
right?
also to sell to Israel. Of course.
No. Or whatever. But even if they go and say cut whoever we're giving any weapons to. We need the money here. They're not advocating for more spending on their own policies that will affect themselves. But
let's listen to what she has to say.
Yeah, if John.
How long is this?
It's not long. It's an Instagram reel.
His finger, not Jeb Bush. Yeah, nice. Boom, done.
Yeah.
And I think the Democrats are vulnerable to that. So what is the process of redefining and recapturing what this party is?
Well, I think we need a real agenda. If you've noticed, the Democratic Party has not really had a platform with any sort of new.
I have noticed.
Yeah, there's no platform. I mean, there's technically a platform that gets voted out. This is the crux of it. If you ask a working class American or just any normal American, what is a Democrat? What do they stand for? They will not really be able to give you a clear answer.
I needed you to see this.
This is also why I have a problem with liberalism, is because the modern Democratic Party has only advocated for neoliberalism and the maintaining of the status quo, right? That's why I like Bernie Sanders so much, and that's why I'm a democratic socialist, is because I want there to be radical change. We can't keep moving at a snail's pace, because this is the world that we have created.
That's why
by moving at a snail's pace.
That's why I say I'm a lefty. I ain't no fucking Democrat.
Well, no, I'm a registered Democrat, but I ain't no fucking liberal, because the liberals...
No, I'm more of a liberal than a Democrat. The Democrat is the label of the party. Liberal is actual liberal ideology. Also overlaps with libertarian.
But neoliberalism over the past 60 years has caused all of this.
Okay, well, that's why I use the term lefty. Why I use the term lefty is I believe that our tax dollars could be more efficient towards us, and even if I did the calculation of how much money I spend on healthcare a year, and I said, oh wait, I'd rather put that into taxes to get better healthcare, and all other people would get that into taxes.
You just said that you would rather our money went back to us. Yes? I agree.
I believe we spend. I believe we spend so much money in taxes where we should have more social services.
Yes, the money should come back. Yes, social services is inherently socialist policies. Policies, yes, but that's what I'm saying. Policies that benefit society, like rather than the ruling class or the military. That is a socialist policy, and you use democracy in order to pass those policies. Right. Which is why I can confidently say I'm a democratic socialist. I think a lot of your beliefs are democratic socialist beliefs, but I don't think that you would label yourself as a democratic socialist. Bernie would. Bernie's a democratic socialist.
I believe in capitalism. I believe that, I've heard Bill Maher articulate it as capitalism plus, of we need to use our taxes smarter in order to dump more into the social service and social safety net that
I don't want to get rid of capitalism. I want to make it better by forcing the wealthiest people among us to pay their fair share.
I'm anti-crony capitalism is what it is. And if you support the oligarchs and you look at that photo of Jeff Bezos and the CEO of Google.
No, let's name them. Jeff Bezos, Sundar Pichai, Tim Cook, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and the OpenAI guy.
Oh, no, the TikTok guy.
Oh, something show.
Right?
Yeah, that's 6 billionaires. One of them is the wealthiest man in human history.
Right.
Rubbing shoulders with the President of the United States. Meanwhile, Jimmy Carter had to sell his fucking peanut farm.
Right. So
what the fuck is happening?
Well, what's happening is you are exploding, but you don't really know what to do about it. And
I want to organize. I want to rally.
It doesn't matter.
I need a megaphone and a fucking crowd.
You don't need anything. You need better representatives to get the message, and then you can be an attendee and rally the people. That's why I want to hear what she has to say.
Okay, let's see.
So our party needs a clear and strong agenda. I think one of the problems is that the internal incentives within the Democratic Party are quite contrary to a clear, full-throated agenda. And that's why I think you notice, like, Biden on his way out, it was only on his way out that he was like, this country's controlled by oligarchs. Bye. Like, we could have used that energy a couple years ago.
Let's take your energy. Let's take the passion that you have for these issues. And
she does have a valid point that, like, if Biden...
Dude,
why didn't he say that?
He's the biggest disappointment that I could have ever had. Look, he had better policies than Donald Trump. So, okay. But... if I have to choose between being 20 feet underwater and 1,000 feet underwater,
I still want air.
I still want air, dude. I want a snorkel. I want a fucking scuba mask. But he's still drowning me. And he fucking drowned us. He drowned us and he failed. He said the one thing that he campaigned on was, I'm here to restore the soul of America. He said, I want to defeat Trumpism and never let it return. You failed twice.
Yeah,
then you said, I am a bridge to a new generation. And your ego, you got so fucking selfish that you wanted the second term, when in reality, all you had to do was say, I'm not going to be a 2-term president. I'm not running for re-election. You know what you could do? Govern like you don't give a fuck about anybody. Then we have a rigorous Democratic primary. Maybe Kamala Harris wins and she gets more oxygen in her flame. Or maybe someone else arises out of it. It could have been Gretchen Whitmer, Gavin Newsom, AOC. Could have been John Ossoff, Elon Warnock.
We can't go back in time. So
Raphael
the
Warnock.
only way that we can actually do something is if we plan for the future.
Right.
And I think that right now the future is, guys, chat, you need to start rallying behind the local Democratic Socialists in your area. Here in New York City, we've got Zohran Mamdani, who I'm trying to help get elected to take down Eric Adams as New York City mayor. He's already in the New York City Council. He's a proud democratic socialist, and he has a plan to build a whole bunch of state-owned or city-owned grocery stores, 10 of them in Manhattan, that can make no profit, and all of their profit goes directly back into the infrastructure of the city, and it will provide jobs.
Sounds good.
Sounds great. You know what that makes you, according to Trump and MAGA? A dirty fucking commie.
Okay, sounds great. Let's see it happen, because you and I both know New York City, and they could fuck up a wet dream. But I digress. The next person on here is Gavin Newsom. Not my favorite, but you could see he can face Trump. He can go there.
He face Trump. He just shook his fucking hand.
I know, but look. This guy can play the game. You saw the debate against DeSantis. This guy can run circles around people. Yeah, he has a record to answer for.
This guy's a piece of shit, man.
He also is.
He's part of the reason. He's
Chris,
partially responsible for the reason why fucking California burnt to a crisp.
No, Chris.
Yeah.
That was more about the mayor of LA and defunding the firefighters. What I'm trying to say is he's getting on there. He's going on Twitter. He's getting in the fights. He's going a lot of misinformation out there. He's going on Twitter where we are, right? Look, versus, you look at the Democrats and they're having a press conference about January 6th, and you know what happens?
To America. Nope. No. My grandson lost his first tooth. It's a very big occasion.
Yeah, I'll take fucking Gavin Newsom any day of the week over this shit.
Is that a flip phone?
No. My grandson lost his first tooth. It's a very big occasion.
This guy's gonna make the laws about fucking AI.
Flip phone.
He's making the rules about goddamn AI. I will take Gavin Newsom any day of the week over this motherfucker, is what I'm trying to articulate, okay? They're literally...
Bro, I would take a Beelzebub or Mothman.
You know what they're doing? They are literally saying, oh no, Donald Trump froze the funds. Let's have a Zoom in 2 days. Can someone send the Zoom calendar invite? I don't know how to do it on my fucking Motorola Razr, whatever the fuck.
Guys, we're actually cooked. If this is the team that's supposed to protect us from the fascist oligarchs who have 6 of the wealthiest people on planet Earth on their side, I don't think this guy is the one to win the fight.
Oh God. Chuck Schumer. Oh God. That's not my impression.
That's my impression.
That's Kyle Kalinski's.
That is my impression.
But this is all I'm trying to say. And then, this was their Zoom meeting.
And families, businesses, public safety, infrastructure, our economy, and our national security. As a member of the Appropriations Committee, I am deeply alarmed, and I'm calling on the Trump administration to reverse course. New York alone was...
You're so deeply alarmed that you couldn't even put on a fucking outfit and go do a press briefing in person? Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! If you're so deeply alarmed that our institutions are collapsing, then why don't you fucking get off your ass and leave your fucking house? Because you want to know who does leave their house? Patriot Front. Proud Boys, the Charlottesville Nazis. But you, our elected officials, can't even get the fucking balls to mosey on over to the fucking Capitol building and make a fucking statement.
Capital state, capital your city, whatever it is. Or just get together, organize.
I'm losing my shit. I'm about to crash out.
This is what I'm saying. So you know what I say, Chris? You want to know who I want for president?
Bernie Sanders.
Jon Stewart, 2028.
I mean, he'd be decent, but I want Bernie Sanders.
He would be the best one. The question is if he wants it now. Can people pressure him in order to do it? You saw how he ran the burn pit thing, and he said this is bullshit. He wasn't afraid to curse. He went in there, he shamed them, and he actually got the Republicans to reverse course. Yeah,
but he's got to say that he wants to run, and he's got to start running now because Donald Trump has already began his 2028.
Okay.
Donald Trump has already began his 2028 campaign. If you want to beat him, you have to start now. We need a leader in the Democratic Party now. Speaking of, I'm out of here, and I will be the leader of the Democratic Party. I'm just kidding. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. You could tip me, and you could hit that notification bell. Anyway, I love you. Have a good one. Give me 1 second. That was a mediocre burp, but go fuck yourself. Bye.